And if it is, with 9 minutes to spare, we have completed this ever-increasing difficulty of Super Sunday Challenge, a rare feat. Is it? Welcome back to the Super Sunday Challenge. We almost got there last week. We had some amazing solves. Quordle absolutely let us down. Can I take the best solves from last week, but eliminate the failure at Quordle and running out of time? If you don't know me, my name's Jim Janner and I like word games. So much so that every week on Sunday, I play 16 word games, one after the other. I have 45 minutes to complete them all, and I must use the answers from previous games to help me solve the next ones. So, it's all to play for. Except no imitations, this is by far the hardest word games challenge on the internet. As always, we start with Spottle, the Wordle game where certain letters on certain guesses are covered up and we'll never know whether they're green or yellow. Without further ado, let's start the clock. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Now, definitely think we want S and E at the beginning. I'm going to go 7. Classic word. E in the mix. No S. E at the end is pretty common. Think we want he, maybe tool. E is at the end. Now I think we definitely want, like R and L. I think we want consonants at this stage. R and L. I am now thinking we want a bit of vowel action and consonants. Let's run with shade. Right. Now we're cooking on gas. I was getting a little bit worried with that, I'll be honest. We weren't running too well. Now we have a green. Question is, where does that A go? Where does that A go? We could have like things like abide, which would be pretty wild. Don't have a good feel for this. If we go like abide, then we're ruling out those letters. But is it smarter at this stage to place the A or otherwise not place the A in second position? Maybe if we go AI, we go labor and then we place the A and maybe check B. I've only got the word abide in my head. That's my problem. And oh no, I've done it again. Abide or abode. I've left myself with a 50-50. Why didn't I think of abode? Just feel that abode is more likely. Abide, I mean, it's going to be in the dictionary, and Spottle takes no prisoners. Let's run with abode. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, what a rush. I tell you what, I think Spottlebot, the thing I love about Spottle is it has with it a little algorithm to evaluate how well you did. It really did not like my second guess. Pretty much liked everything else. What options do we have? We had, I thought anode, abode, abide. So actually at that point, if I have known that it was actually, those are the only options really available, would have run a better filler there. I probably would have maybe run with AI at least, and that would have gone. But it's having that confidence really to do that. Oh well, pretty good. We're on to Myrtle. Bode is really not a bad word, although gets us immediately in absolute traps. 3 vowels ruled out, U and I remaining. So I think let's run abide. Wow, is only going to be U. Would like to chest that S, so I'm going to run with abuse. Wow, no S. There is a U. Oh, this could be all sorts of trouble here. EH could be, let's think about, I mean, it could be an N, it could be an it could be an because it could be like grunt. Here's the thing. Well, blunt. Can't be blunt. Clump. So many different consonant combinations here. If you can hear it in the background, that's my washing machine getting to the end of its cycle. What are we going to do here? Kind of want to test one letter at a time, really. So for example, we could go like state. That only costs me the T. There is a T, which is actually pretty good. Then let's go toads. Check that T at the end, at the beginning, sorry. No. Surely it's got to be T. Oh, it's got to be T at the end now, because state has already tested T in fourths. It's T at the end. R or L is most likely next. Let's chest L. No L. Let's go trade. There is an R, and it is there. Okay. Recap. U, something T. I think it's grunt. Let's go brunt to just double check placement. Yes. So grunt? Wow. Massively got out of jail there. That was tough. Myrtle, see that game, Hangman, combination with kind of like word games. But trick and hack of that game is you can reuse already penalized wrong letters as many times as you like without penalty. So what you can do is you can basically use fillers to kind of guide and work out what letters are included. So running Brunt actually had no penalty associated with it because B had already gone. Warmal, yellows mean the letter in that position is within 3 of the alphabet actual letter there. We're going to run abode. We're going to run grunt. Right, probably an E. Could be a T. I mean, genuinely actually could be anything. Let's go with that. Let's go stain. Nice. S and A, correct. So it is probably, it's B and O. Be a B. That. Instinct tells me it is. No, I think it's an SPA. And it can't be spawn. I was going to go there. Spall? No. It is SPA. And we're on our last guess. Oh, spark. It is spark. Okay, good. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Spark it is. We want to really rush through these games as much as possible. We want to be as close to 30 as possible going on to the next game section. Word peaks, higher and lower in each letter position. Can't take this for granted. This game can absolutely bite us, depending on combinations of letters. Although I have to say, don't want to get too complacent. Oh, well, look at that. Already 3 letters. Pretty decent shouts. Let's have a little look what we got on the second one. Let's do that. Oh, it could be shout. No, we are so close. Snout is a word, and I think it is going to be snout. Yeah, it is. Lovely. That was a good solve. Polygonal mini. Now, regular polygonal is quite a number of letters. It's like 7, 8 letter words. And the way it works is it's got shapes at the top of the puzzle, gives you a clue on the repeating pattern of letters. Now, polygonal mini is 5 letter, makes it fit in this challenge. So in some ways, it is actually easier than Wordle because it's Wordle, but it also gives you more clues. However, we're making it harder because we've got to run with these random words of abode, grunt, spark, and snout. Although I hazard to say, think the word is terra, as in terra firma. There we go. We don't even need to start the clock because we already got the R, as you can see there. So 2 R's there, and then the rest was just trying to work out how everything kind of fitted together in the terror it is. Exordal. Now, been on a decent exordal run recently. I feel like I'm very much more comfortable with the puzzle. It's 2 wordles in one, greens and yellows. You don't know which word it refers to, but pay attention to the words. They always have a decent connection to each other. So today it's spicy, abode, grunt, spark, snout, and terror. And look at that, 7 letters. Pretty decent. I think we are going to struggle a little bit, just simply because there are so many yellows. But I think what we can do is maybe run C. Let's go chimp. Oh, wow. Okay, that's given us a lot more greens. We have a C-A-I-E. It could be chive. It's an interesting one. Now, if it is chive, let's say for sake of argument it's chive. What does that leave us? It actually doesn't leave us with much. Pasta is a word. It's not pasta. Oh, hold on. Spicy. Chili paste. And then that gets the E. Yeah, and then paste. Chili paste. You see, it's always about the connection of the words. Always gives you a nice clue as to solving this. They didn't even need the word grid. Chili paste is exordal. I think let's go paste. I think paste could be interesting for tweenal. Now, betweenal, you run your guesses, tells you where the actual word is between your guesses. So, for example, let's run abode. So it is above in the alphabet bode. Run grunt. It's actually above grunt. And we run spark. And it is, in fact, above spark. So actually, if we run snout, it won't let us. Terror could be interesting. It is between spark, terror, and paste probably won't run now. Right. So we've got to get it before we hit 14 guesses. And we just run words. And look at that. It is so close to terror. You see that little gauge on the left-hand side. So I reckon let's go teach. But it is in between that. T-E... tempo right in between that. Tense. There are lots of, oh, it's so close to tense. Tenor. Oh, tenor. Okay, good. Nice. That's a good word. Tenor is a word. Don't want to prejudice this. Do not want to jinx this. 32 minutes on the clock. No failures so far. I think we're looking good. We've got so many more games to come up. Now we've got to run vowels. Run vowels. So we can't run tenor. So let's just, run a random word. Let's go. Voila. What? No way did we get a V. That's beautiful. Okay. Well, and here's the thing. So it must be a U or an E, which really narrows things down. Go like Venus, maybe? Now, I don't believe for 1 minute that E and U are both out. They are the remaining vowels. So what? There's going to be like no vowels in this word? Rubbish. So I believe the S. I think the lie is in one of those vowels. Yellow and green tiles are ambiguous. Yep, I don't mind that. Do not mind that at all. Because now what we can do is run absolute filler, I reckon. But not both of them, which is kind of wild. Let's go. Shoot. It is E. It is E. And S, obviously, is now is confirmed in. Not U. V, possibly E and S. What on earth is this word, man? Is this word? I'm going to run a filler with geese. Right. That's really helped. Oh, it's going to be reverse, isn't it? Verse. There we are. Beautiful. Geese for the win. Because that round we had to repeat a letter. As you can see here, Fuseli, this one is all about different rules each line. Hence why going voila, because I genuinely couldn't think of something with 3 vowels in most positions. The one tile is a lie was great because it meant that surely it had to be E or U. Otherwise, there'd be no vowels in there. Shoot tests the fact that it's actually the E, and geese place for E's. And it ended up being 2 E's, which is amazing. I'm getting nervous now. 29 minutes, picks letters. We've got verse. Actually isn't the worst, especially getting that. Beautiful. So all about pixels here, right? So each time I run a guess, it tells us which pixels are in the actual letter that's there. I think we just run with potentially B's to just give us an idea of shape. I think the word is taught. Just looking at this, hear me out. Well, obviously we know the R in the middle. We've got like a C shape in 4th position, and it could be an H. RCH makes sense. And then I suppose it could be an A in 2nd position, or it could be an O. And then that looks like a classic T at the beginning. So let's go with torch. I think this will get us. Yeah. Wow. Whoa, I'm very happy with that. That is a great solve. Nice and quick. I've got quite good at pix letters. I've had so much practice over the intervening years. It's a fun little game, actually, and you really get to understand the pixels a lot more. This game used to be my nemesis. I used to be really poor at it. Fibble is not a game that you should ever take lightly. This is Wordle game. It lies exactly once per guess, just to mess with your mind. Let's go with verse as we need to start, and let's go with torch. Now that's actually quite useful because look, we got some shared letters here in the same place. That helps us, gives us a bit of a clue. So E's are consistent, C's are consistent, R's are consistent. So thinking, and I'm marking the truths here. S and T I have no clue. So I think we want to run roast. There's a difference between that and that. Actually, this is a classic tactic in Fibble. Look at this. O changes color. T changes to R. So the lies, given the fact that can only lie once per guess, the lies have to be contained in this square. Everything here is the truth. All of this is true, which makes that true as well. Well, yeah, no, that is definitely true. And in fact, that is the lie there. So that makes everything here true as well. Don't know about the S. Given that we know that is true as well, and it's probably not going to be a V, so that's going to be a lie. Now, after all that, we need to work out whether it's T or R. And we know there is an R there. Oh, in fact, we know there's no T. T has got to be the lie. That's got to be the true. That's got to be true. And that's got to be a lie, but it's going to be yellow rather than out. Starts with O for all that. So it could be like rumor. Oh! Yes, I love solves like that. That is a classic Bibble solve, you know? You have to go some really hard logical exercises to work it out, and then suddenly you just hit home run immediately. Now, I'm worried about Quordle, because if I have an easy ride on Fibble, that means there's repeated letters. Repeated letters mean I'm in already a difficult situation. Seeing those greens, though, put me in a very pleasant mood. Okay, so top right is either going to be rinse or raise. I think it's probably going to be either of those two. So what I'll do, I'll run a filler, because I need A's and I's, 100%. I'm going to run a filler immediately. I'm not going to run with it. I think we want to run plain. All new letters gives us then certainty. Yeah, it gives us complete certainty, because then that is rinse, 100%. Lovely stuff. Now, it feels like we're doing okay here. Top right. I think it's an est. I think I'll go back to that one. Bottom left, RUOCS. Oh, I think this will be scour. Just check in. That doesn't violate any of the rules. No, it doesn't. Lovely. Now, Now, bottom right is interesting because you got to think it's going to start with C. Then it will be something like an R, but it can't be an R, or an A, or an L, but it can't be any of those. So actually, are we looking at an A like that? I suppose it could be the word canny, couldn't it? I mean, I do have guesses in hand. Or it could be word candy. Let's think smart here. Candy? No, it is canny, probably. Wow. Okay. Well, we checked the D at least. Right. Don't think it is just canny. Nasty. They did be a dirty. Now, I don't have any more fillers. It is literally we gotta get this now. I'm slightly worried. So we literally only have one green. That's the S. What's the ending letter? Probably T. Is it like rest with a W? Because I'm thinking like breast with a B. But no, that's an area of France. Like rest. Rest control. That's the only thing that kind of fits a pattern in my view. Let's do it. Oh, yes, yes, get in. Get in. That's a hard word. Oh, I did not like that at all. But what word do we want to bring forward? I think we definitely need I'm thinking rinse, but it's a lot of repeated letters. But I need the I, because scour, I've already got U's and O's. Rest, I've still, yeah, that really doesn't do much for me. Canny? Actually, there's a case to be made for canny. They're all new letters, pretty much. All right, let's go with canny. I think that's the way to go. Hopefully, we'll have some diversity in letters for the Wordle. Good start. Excellent start. Rumor. Oh, amazing. Oh, look at this. What? I think it's rower. Rower versus rober versus Roger. Let's go below, and then below should give us what we need. Yeah, it is got to be rower. Beautiful. Okay, nice and easy. 21 minutes. My excitement is still there. Cannot rest on my laurels. Quordle, Hardle, Squaredle, Word 500 left. They're not easy games. Quordle, think Word 500 doesn't tell you obviously which letters are green and yellow. Quordle goes one further. It doesn't tell you how many yellows or greens. It gives you a score. Greens are worth 2, yellows are worth 1. And you're allowed each guess to click on one letter to reveal its actual color. Gives you some clues. So the fact there are a lot of repeated letters in the beginning kind of helps. I mean, wow. Okay. Well, that tells us everything. None of those are in. Whoa. Okay. Wow. We know there's no R. We know there's no O or R. So it's U or M. Let's go for U. All right. So it is. We just have a U. Thank goodness for canny. I think we want Y. No Y. So A or N. And then rower, which kind of, wow, sucks. We're okay. I think we're gonna have to go all out. I think let's go flung. I think N is green. Yeah, I think LUN is green. Well, does that make sense? Does that make sense? LUN, but we have to replace F with something. Plunk a word? No. Oh, okay. Plunk is a word. That's literally the only combination that I could do. That put me by surprise, but there we go. That went from 0 to hero pretty darn quickly. And we're on to Hardle, the Wordle game that doesn't tell us what's green and what's yellow. Just gives us blue and pink, which means nothing. Well, it changes every day, put it this way. So look at verse. Right, so it's either S and E are in the right position or they're just in the word. Torch. Wow, we've either got 3 letters in the right position or we do not. Okay, let's go canny. Hopefully this will tell me. Right, okay, well, that tells me everything. Blue is green. Blue is green, which is amazing, because that basically means I've got 4 letters positioned. Plunk. Right, in fact, it's noose, I think. Noose? Yeah, don't even need to start the clock. Noose is the word. It's the only thing it could be. And we're on to Squaredle. 20 minutes remaining. I can feel it. I can feel it. I think we just start with a random word for Squaredle. Look at this. You got a solve grid. And it gives us some wild clues as we go along. Let's go like stare. Way, okay. Don't mind that start. T. Maybe we start with T. Maybe we end in R and go tumor. Oh, actually, no, didn't. I misread the board. I thought R was going to be on the vertical, but actually, that's strangely helpful. We got really lucky there. I think we just go something like chump. Oh, all right. There's 2 P's in the mix. I think it's going to be set up. Yeah, just thought it was going to be set up. Whoa, look at that. We've got another P there. Probably TRA, most likely. Let's just go trade. Have a little look at that. Giving us some interesting placement. There's an H somewhere. I mean, I'm already thinking that's going to be like sharp, or I think it's just going to be sharp on the on the left hand side. I reckon that's H, and that's an R. Nothing that stops it. So that H is accounted for. The P is already accounted for, and there's an E somewhere. I'm gonna go no peony. No, let's go penal, not penal. Ah, right. So that tells me that is an E. There's an E somewhere here, but at this stage, that is probably going to be an E. I think this is going to be sharp. So let's just run it. Yeah, sharp is the words. Every time we get a correct one, we get an extra little guess. That number there is our guess kind of going down. Oh, so there's an R because we know that's an E. So it's T-E-R, that. Teary, maybe. Yeah, okay. Going on gas. Now, I think that's got to be... Oh, that's probably going to be pay-E. Yeah, nuts. All right, home straight now. There's an M. Is a mask? No, a mask. Genuinely don't know what this word is going to be. We have guesses. Oh, we could go a mass. Oh, he is a mass. All right. Final guess. I think this is going to be posse. Yeah, posse it is. Look at these words. Set up, sharp, peary, posse, a mass, AE. Don't know why. I have a good feeling about word 500 today. I mean, it's probably still going to be a difficult solve, but I've got 13 minutes and I've got some very interesting words here. There's only one thing for it. Let's go straight into word 500, one by one. Set up, 2 yellows, sharp, 1 yellow, teary, 1 green, which is very interesting. We'll come on to that in a minute. Posse, 1 yellow, a mass, 1 yellow, and pay 2 yellows. Let me explain why this is interesting. Look at the difference between set up, teary. E is in the same spot. Yellow's going to greens. There is actually no E's in this at all. Moderately helped. Means 2 out of those are in. But when you look at teary, there's only 1 green. A and Y are both in. So actually, P has to be yellow. That removes all the O's and S's. They're out. And in fact, now look at the A's here. Yellow, green, sharp into teary. A's in the same position. There cannot be any A's in there. Which means, by absolutely solid process of elimination, this has to be the situation. Y is definitely there. That's all out. P is yellow. P is yellow. H is out. We know P is out. U is in. Well, that is polarizing. I think we're looking at lumpy versus bumpy. Don't think there's anything else. Oh no, jumpy. Oh, okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. So we got a 3-way. I'd stake everything on that. It's got to be one of those 3. Jumpy, lumpy, or bumpy. This is not easy. Can I get... Well, there might be a way of doing this. I'm assuming there's going to be no W involved here. If it is, then I'm screwed. But if we go dual, we know E's are out. J and L tests lumpy versus jumpy. And if it's all red, which I'm hoping it is going to be the case, the answer is bumpy. I'm quite happy with that as a plan. I genuinely don't think there's going to be anything else other than those 3. Let's do it. Gone. Surely has got to be bumpy. And if it is, with 9 minutes to spare, we have completed this ever-increasing difficulty of Super Sunday Challenge, a rare feat. Is it bumpy? No! I forgot about Dumpy. That hurts. That hurts a lot. That is heartbreaking. I was so confident on my logic. And of course, could have found something. B, L, and D. Could have done bleed. If I'd have done bleed, I would have done it. I would have been a hero. E's already out. Lumpy, bumpy, dumpy. And if it was all red, jumpy's the only one that remains. Oh, well, it shows that unfortunately you can't always script a fairy tale ending. Sometimes it just ends in almost success. But it was a good run today. I think we've got a lot of solves to be proud of today. We had 9 minutes left on the clock, so there's absolutely no problem with time. I just forgot about Dumpy, which I'm kicking myself on. But that just goes to show how brutal this challenge is. I'm genuinely shocked. Oh my goodness. Well, never mind. It's another Super Sunday challenge. It's sadly another loss, but we can dust ourselves off. We'll try again next week. Hopefully, we can succeed finally on this harder format of challenge. Thank you so much for all your wonderful comments and your support. I love every minute of it, and I really appreciate all of the warmth that I get for these videos. They're not easy to do, but I love doing them. So whatever you got planned for this kind of dark Northern Hemisphere January, I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Have a good bye-bye.